It's like a battle hundreds of years ago. Russian horsemen clash with nomads from the Kazakh steppe. Russia against Kazakhstan, two rivals at the World Nomad Games in Astana. And in real life? We travel to northern Kazakhstan, to the village of Mamlyutka, just 40 kilometers from the Kazakh-Russian border. Many people here have connections in Russia, business partners, friends, relatives. Kazakh citizens don't need a visa to cross the border, and many take advantage of it. 7,000 people live in Mamlyutka. Ethnic Russians, Kazakhs, Ukrainians, Tatars. The city was founded at the end of the 18th century as part of the Trans-Siberian Railway. Since then, the Russian language has been dominant in everyday life here. For Indira Usimbayeva, that's something new. She came to Mamlyutka with her family just 3 years ago, from the south of Kazakhstan. Indira is bringing up 6 sons. Her husband is in the military and seldom at home. In the south, she says, only Kazakh was spoken. But here in the north, now her boys have to learn Russian. The Usimbayevs moved house as part of a state development program for northern Kazakhstan.
Everyone said, what? You're moving to the north? That's where the Russians live. That's where the border is. Are you crazy? Well, this isn't a Russian country. This is our country. My patriotism told me I have to move here.
But to love Kazakhstan, you don't have to be an ethnic Kazakh. That's according to Indira's neighbor Olga Semyonova, who is Russian. She has lived in Mamlyutka for many years and now dedicates her life to her flower garden. When she worked as a businesswoman, Olga used to benefit from the nearby border.
I love Kazakhstan. I call myself a Russian Kazakh. You won't find this warm-heartedness, this hospitality anywhere else. Whenever I visit people, I never go home empty-handed.
A total of 3 million ethnic Russians live in Kazakhstan. Moscow is considered a strategic partner of Astana, politically, militarily and economically. And yet studies show that 1/3 of the population is not ruling out a Russian attack on Kazakhstan, similar to the invasion of Ukraine.
That's a lot if you take into account all the good neighborly and strategic relations. We see differences between the language groups. People whose mother tongue is Kazakh perceive this threat as more realistic compared to the Russian-speaking population.
Sociologists say Russia's war in Ukraine has changed the mindset of people in the former Soviet Republic.
The value of our independence has increased. More and more people are now learning Kazakh, including Russian speakers. Our identity is changing. We know that Kazakhstan is also vulnerable to external aggression. The threat from outside unites our society.
Indira Usimbayeva is a history teacher. She knows that her country has also been at war several times. Is the mother of 6 sons afraid that her boys will one day have to go to war against Russia?
I don't want a war, of course, but I'm not afraid. Everything is God's will. I'm not afraid. I pray and thank God for the peaceful sky we have now.
On this evening, the sky of Mamlyutka near the Russian border is peaceful. And the final score at the World Nomad Games in Astana is conclusive. Kazakhstan has overcome Russia, but this is just a game.